guys, welcome back to yet another episode of Love POV, where we talk about anything related to love and relationships with me, your host Njoki. And today I'm excited to have guests. These are my second guest to have on this channel, and can I say I'm blessed because we have a couple. Yeah, please introduce yourselves.
I'm Ishe.
And I'm Lisa.
So they have a YouTube channel. I'm definitely gonna link it in my description below. And if you're coming from that channel, thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to subscribe. Also, like, share, and comment. Yeah. So let's get to the video. So tell me about yourselves, about your relationship. Really, when did you meet? For how long have you been dating? When the age you met? Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh,
Okay.
All right. Well, you know that traditionally men forget dates, so
that's okay.
Yeah.
I just want the age you are and your age,
Okay.
because it's related to the next question rather than the last question.
Okay.
Yeah.
So see by my gray hairs,
Mhm.
I'm a little up here. So we met when I was how old? What year was that?
2020.
2020. So I basically just turned 50 years old.
Ooh.
He doesn't look it though, right?
Yeah, he doesn't.
That's African genius.
Black is not crap.
Yeah. So you met when you were how old?
I was 50 years old.
And I
you
was 43.
Nice. So what's your story? Who approached who? Where was your life at? Were you working? Was it long distance?
Okay. Woo, you asked me some great questions. But I think our story will be representative of what's happening now. So we met during the virus, the pandemic, where most people couldn't get out to approach people. So we met online.
Yeah.
We met on an app. The app is called
Coffee meets bagel.
And they both take coffee, so.
That's right.
And he just ordered a bagel earlier.
Yeah, you did. Oh my God, this
You know
is so
what?
great.
I know, I never, you know what, all this time, I didn't put it together that we both love coffee.
Yeah.
And I didn't find out, you know how I found out about the app? So, I have a regular job and I had a side job driving Uber. I was an Uber driver for, many years, but like 5 years. I did it part-time. And I was taking, you know how you talk to people. So I was actually, unbeknownst to me, I was taking a woman to a date. And I was just, throwing conversation. And I was like, so how did you meet this person? It was like, she was like, oh, on this app, Coffee Meets Bagel. I was like, oh, okay. At the time, I wasn't single. But I just remembered that app.
He's so accurate.
Yeah, so eventually I ended up being single. That relationship ended, and I was like, let me just try throw stuff at the wind. So I just, did online dating, and I met her. When we first met, so Coffee Meets Bagel, I think
I liked him first.
she liked me, yeah.
I liked him first, yeah.
So I returned the message, and then we had conversations, and we exchanged numbers. Well, it took a day.
He was quick to want to take it off the app. He's like, so I don't check this app very often. Do you
Well, you know what? That was honest. I did not check the app for a couple of weeks, and then I saw. I was like, oh, hey. So then we started, and then when we met, we exchanged numbers. Yeah, like you said, I was tired of when you're on those apps, it's easy to just keep on sending messages and not get to the point. Hey, let's exchange numbers. I need to know if you're real, because sometimes you get fake people, or you get. And I was like, happened lots of times. So I was like, I don't want to waste time. I think you're cool, and I want to talk to you. So we exchanged numbers. and she happened to have. We both have iPhones, so we instant message on FaceTime. When I called her up, first time I called her up, she was like not interested. She was like, "Oh yeah, blah blah blah." I was like, she's barely looking at me. We were video chatting, and I'm like, she's not interested at all. Like, why'd you give me a number?
Actually, no, the first time we didn't even video chat, and I was cleaning. So first of all, when the phone rang, right, and I saw his DC number, I was in the middle of watching Real Housewives of Johannesburg, and I'm like, do I want to get off the show to chat to another guy when it's probably not going to get anywhere? And I just let it ring and ring and ring, and I'm like, I'm really enjoying Real Housewives of Johannesburg. I prefer to watch this, but it kept ringing and ringing, so I finally answered. And it wasn't on FaceTime yet, because I remember you were cheeky. Because I was like not all the way engaged, I was doing dishes and cleaning up. And he actually said it to me at one point in time. He's like, "Are you cleaning or doing something?" I said, yeah, because I wasn't all that engaged. But still, it managed to be a long conversation of like
I said, I'm going to try it one more time. If she don't really sound interested, I'm just going to.
Let her be.
Yeah. So the second time we actually FaceTime, the next day.
Yeah, then we saw each other. But you were still kind of watching reality TV. So
reality TV tracking.
You was like trying to get back to your show.
What's her love language? And you should tell us if that's true. And we're gonna go vice versa. So you start with you. What's her love language?
Love language is there's a touch.
Touch, words of affirmation, quality time, gifts, acts of service.
Oh, it's between acts of service and touch. She likes affection.
I do.
You know, just being there, just touching.
That's
just
quality
like,
time. Yeah.
you know. So yeah, she likes. Yeah, it's between.
I would agree.
Yeah. Acts of service and touch.
Yeah.
Imagine the drama that will transpire if it wasn't true. I would be so mad with her.
We've been together, you know, for 2 years.
2.5 years.
Yeah. So really, like the older, you know, I'm this age, so I've learned a lot. I've been. I had a long life, and I was married once. I was divorced, and so I've been through a lot of things, and I learned from every experience. You know, so that's the main thing. Once you learn different things, and you don't want to repeat the old things that you have done before. And so I was like, with this is the last part of my life, so I want to make this work. You know.
Okay, so what's his love language?
Oh man. First, can I just say you're so easygoing, and he's just so easy to live with and just be with that it's hard. But if I had to bring it down to one, I would say, oh man. Oh gosh, okay,
No.
Maybe it's okay. It's maybe physical affection and acts of service. Those are mine. Maybe I'm projecting.
No,
you're so easygoing, and so
that's pretty
I try
much.
to give you a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I don't need gifts. That's nice, but I don't need that.
Neither one of us needs that, but
I always say acts of service, because that's like you know, you recognize. It's kind of like words of encouragement, but you recognize like things like that I would need without me knowing, or you do stuff like without me asking. I'm like, oh, she cares, like she's observant. So that's the main thing, like in relationships, you should be really observant.
Yeah. So what is one thing that you like about each other? It can be more than one thing. You're not regulated to just say one thing.
What I like about her is she is very energetic. So I'm the calm, like chill. I just chill, relax. But she can be on 10. I'll be on 5. She can
I'm
be
the
on 10.
Aries.
Yeah, I'm a Taurus. She's an Aries. So I think we balance each other out. She's fiery. I'm down to earth. I'm grounded.
For me, it's because there's so many things about him. You know, he's so kind and he's generous and he's patient and he's gentle.
And he's caring.
And he's really caring. And he doesn't ask, he doesn't require anything. So that makes me want to give him everything.
Yeah.
He's so easy, you know, and he gives so much that it just makes me want to take care of him. So.
Come on. It's a happy.
These are happy tears.
I'm glad they are. I'm glad they are. I believe you both dated when you were young, when you were maybe 20, around 20, rather teenagehood to 20, 30. What's the difference between 10 and right now with your mindset and what you require from a relationship? Would you say, is it more mature now? Do you now know what you want? Comparing to when you were younger. Also, when you're speaking right now, when you're responding, I want you to talk to that younger you, because there are very many young people right now who are watching this video and they want to learn from people who are in good relationships, healthy relationships. And is it worth it to wait and just build yourself? Or is it worth it to experience and explore as many relationships as you can until you get the right one?
I'm gonna let you start because you guys are very young.
That's a good question. Yeah. So yeah, I dated all through. I would say really dating probably from 18. When I was in high school, you know, I didn't really have relationships. There was girls I liked, and we liked each other, but I wouldn't say that was a relationship because I didn't know what that was, right? So I would say from 19 when I got out of high school, then I started, I think, my first actual real relationship. Because, you know, I don't count like in high school or school years as relationships. Those are just you know, friends, and you like somebody, you have your first kiss and that thing, but it wasn't a relationship. So I'll say from 19 to the time to 25, I was dating a lot, you know, just being young, you know, because I don't know how it is in Africa, but in the States, when you're in college, that's the time when people just go wild. They just do all kinds of stuff and just having a lot of different relationships, you know, from person to person, trying to find themselves and figure it out. I didn't do that much when I was in a relationship. I pretty much stayed in that relationship until it ended. So I would say you kind of need some kind of. It just depends on if you're the person. Because when I was that young, I wasn't thinking about marriage. So if I was thinking towards marriage, I don't think I would have dated so many people. I would have just tried to find the person that really aligns with me at that time. So talking to my younger self, find the person that aligns with you, not just based on, you know, we're young men, we're more visual, so we're just like, oh, what's on the outside? We don't care if you're cuckoo or crazy or sad or depressed. We just like what we see, right? And that doesn't work. It never works out ever. So what I wanted, I really didn't know what I wanted, and then I ended up meeting who became my wife at the time. I kind of, before I met her, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to get married until I'm 35. I ended up getting married at 25, 26. And I think I kind of went with it because she was a couple of years older than me. So I think she was 28, I was 26. So she was or something. Oh, she was older than me, a couple years. So she was ready. You know, she was like, I'm getting old.
Yeah.
If you're gonna marry me or I'm gonna go somewhere else. I'm like, oh, okay. What do I want to do? I really like her. I don't want to lose her, so I got married. So it's kind of like not really what I wanted, but I was like, let's see what happens, kind of. And that was stupid too. So I made a lot of mistakes through the years. So from that point on, I was married until I was like 40 and a half. But the thing that came out of the marriage was my kid. So in that aspect, it wasn't a mistake, but I could have done better.